Okay, good morning to everyone. In the previous class, we were discussing about uh, the odor. The odor is produced by the gas production due to the decomposition of organic matter or by substances added to the wastewater. We'll discuss in the next classes that which are the gases are responsible for um, producing the odors in the wastewater. So, how exactly the odor can be detected in the wastewater means we have the portable H2S meter, which is normally used to determine the odor. Of course, this is depends on uh, the concentration of hydrogen sulfide that is present in that instrument. Normally, what will happen in the instrument is that uh, why I'm taking the hydrogen sulfide itself is that because the water problem is mainly due to this hydrogen sulfide only. So that is why even the instrument principle, working principle of the instrument is depends on the this detection of hydrogen sulfide in the instrument itself. So, so now these are some of the uh, compounds that are going to form in the wastewater. Um, Suppose if amines are there, if ammonia is there, so if diamines are there, if mercaptans are there, organic sulfides, then scatol. Scatol is nothing but it is whichever the smell, if it is coming from the fecal matter, normally that we can call it as a scatol. So then hydrogen sulfides, which will come with help of the H2S. But overall, if you see the hydrogen sulfide in uh, the sewage, it will be like 70 to 80%. So then the amines, the main amines means it is the CS3 composition, and these two are the main causes of this odor. Then how exactly the odor characteristics is? It is like a fishy, and ammonia it is like immediately you will get the eye irritation uh, with the help of this ammonia. Then if diamines are there, you will get the rotten eggs type of smells. So then some of the decay of cabbage, if you see how exactly the smell you'll get it with the mercaptans. So some of the examples of the mercaptans is methyl and ethyl mercaptans. Methyl and ethyl mercaptans. Then we'll move on to the temperature. The temperature of the wastewater is commonly higher than that of the water supply, of course, because many reactions are going to inside the wastewater, and also during the bathing, sometimes many people will depend on the hot water itself. When the hot water is discharged into the sewer, there the temperature is going to rise. Also, due to some biological due to some biological activity, also the temperature is going to rise. Then, depending on the, of course, it depends on the geographical locations. If you take the best example of New Delhi and the Bengaluru, so of course the temperature will be slightly lesser in um, December season compared with uh, the other January season. Of course, it depends on the location as well as the seasons also. The same if we compare with the other seasons in other parts of the world, it varies. Sometimes, the sewage temperature normally in the range of 10 to 21 degrees with an average of 16 degree centigrade. If you take overall average of all the places and all the seasons, so this is what the exact range we will get it. So why this temperature is very important in the sewage? Why? Because if it has its own relation, if the temperature is there, temperature versus DO, dissolved oxygen, it's a very important relation. Temperature is inversely proportional to this is DO. Means um, as the temperature go on increasing, normally the dissolved oxygen is go on decreasing. Then so if it affects the chemical reactions during the wastewater treatment process, because whatever the sewage treatment, what we will talk in these days, sewage treatment, sewage treatment is completely depends on the bacterial activity. Bacterial activity. So normally, if the bacterial activity is going to die, if it is going to die, then normally we won't get the treatment efficiency. When you say it is a treatment efficiency, means that much pollutant load we are reducing it. That is one thing we have to keep it in mind whenever we are discussing with the temperature. So it also affects the aquatic life. Very important. I already said the dissolved oxygen minimum 4 to 5 uh, for the life. Aquatic life. So then that we already discussed that oxygen solubility is less in warm water. That I already said it is inversely proportional. Then of course it is interlinked with the cold water also. Then optimum temperature for the bacterial activities in the range of, it is in the range of 25 degrees centigrade to 350. Sorry, it is 35 degree centigrade. But if you want to achieve, because in some of the Delhi, what we are speaking about, the average temperature in the cold season itself is around 10 to 15 degree centigrade. In that cases, normally the whatever the bacterial activity is going to die, as well as it is going to reduce, then automatically your treatment efficiency of the plants or sewage treatment, it is going to be decreased. Next, when it is coming to the normally the whatever the bacterias, we are going to classify into three ways. First one is that is aerobic, anaerobic, then facultative. Aerobic, anaerobic, and facultative bacteria. So then, whenever we are speaking about aerobic bacteria, it is always aerobic digestion process. That we'll discuss in the further classes how exactly the treatment is going to happen in the wastewater. So then aerobic digestion means with the help of the aerobic bacteria, the pollutant load we are going to reducing. So then nitrification. Nitrification is nothing but it is a one biological process where your um, nitrate is going to convert it into nitrite. Means some of the transformation is going to happen during the digestion process. So then aerobic digestion as well as the nitrification stops when the temperature rises to 50 degree centigrade, because I already said that this is one is the optimum temperature should be 25 to 35 degree centigrade. Even if it is lesser, the activity will not be there. Even if it is more also, the activity will not be there. Only some of the bacteria like thermophilic bacteria, thermophils, thermophilic bacteria are uh, uh, going to survive, but these thermophilic bacteria will not give that much efficiency compared with some of the aerobic bacteria. So when the temperature drops to 15 degree, the methane producing bacteria become active, and nitrifying bacteria stops activity at about 5 degree centigrade. So one very important thing in this whatever the treatment process is that the methane production, that is methane. So when the methane production is high, if it is high, if it is high, then we can say that the treatment efficiency is in the better range. So then we'll discuss the color and tablet in the next class. Thank you.